Did you use the AirPod mic to record this, Law? Fuck. Did the recording sound terrible on my end?
Hasan Pike people, lesser employer for a certain that's
that moment where they think, oh, we finally have converted.
How did that happen? What the fuck? Why does this sound so tinny? Oh no. How does this keep happening? I'm a fucking professional broadcaster. I wish they would have told me. You made the front page of the Danish news? Yeah, I saw. I don't know why. I really wanted to read this article, but I couldn't get past the paywall. But it's moderne tider. Kan han redde den amerikanske venstrefløj? And for some reason, this is it. Can he save the American left? That's what the title is. I'm Dutch, but I couldn't read it at all. I just Moderne Tider, my favorite Dutch newspaper. Isn't this picture owned by a magazine? Yeah, I don't know. I guess they have different IP rules in fucking Denland in Dutchia. Danish. Oh, it's Danish. Sorry. Oops. I fucked up. Dutch equals Danish. You learned it here first. It's all the same, bro. Come on. Can I be racist against Scandinavians for a brief moment? I'm going to be very sincere. Okay. All of the countries that are up there, they're all the same. Okay. They're literally all the same. You have robust social safety nets. Everyone will literally argue till the end of time about how different and unique their culture is. I'm an American. I'm fucking stupid. From where I'm standing, it's just like all of that is the same to me. Okay. And yes, it's all the Netherlands. It's all Scandinavia. Yeah, people are like, no, Netherlands is not Scandinavia. I don't care. It's all the same. It's that thing. And when you point to that thing, everyone understands, okay? Like when you point to that thing, everyone understands exactly what you're talking about, which is like the tall Europe whites, okay? They're taller, Vikings in the history and robust social safety nets, like somehow social democracy worked over there, okay? That's it. It's just like it's bikes. There's bikes everywhere too. You're embarrassing yourself. Law? No, I know. I mean, I'm joking, but I'm also kind of not joking. You know what I mean? Like everything north of here. I'll pull up a fucking map of Europe. Okay. Europapa. Europapa. Okay. Hold on. Fuck. Actually, you know what? Let's do map of Europe images. Okay. Hold on. Open image in new tab. Edit image with Adobe Express. Okay, what the fuck is this? Remove background? No, I don't want to fucking... What is happening, man? Why? Why can't I just draw on shit with Adobe Express? None. You use Adobe Express? I don't know. Look. Okay. Anything north of Germany, including the Netherlands, okay, excluding the United Kingdom and excluding the Balkans, is Scandinavian, Nordic, whatever the fuck, okay? Like Norway, Sweden, Finland, these countries, Denmark, Netherlands, all of them have the same vibe, okay? Or Baltics, sorry. Did I say Balkans? fuck, I'm fucking up today. Okay. Hard start. So from my perspective, if I were to just like chop up a region, if I were to say like, oh, there's this region here, like Denmark and the Netherlands, I think fits in the concept of like Nordic adjacent, Nordic style Scandinavian country. Okay. I know it's technically not true, but everything past the point of Germany, like everything north of Germany that isn't an Eastern European country, like considered an Eastern Bloc country, Eastern European country, they got the same fucking vibes, right? They got the vibes of a country that drives to work with bikes, great public transit, robust social safety nets, social democracy, and they all have like similar vibes. They're tall, okay, and they have just genuinely very strange food choices that I don't personally understand because I don't eat a lot of seafood. And even if I were to be a seafood eater, I feel like the type of seafood they eat over there is very weird, right? Like these guys eat as though the Vikings are about to rape and pillage the land again, even though they are the Vikings themselves. Right? Like, you know how sometimes people will say, like, British people, the war is over. Like, you don't have to eat like this, right? It's even more weird in these kinds of countries where they eat as though there is still a war going on, but the war is in the 12th century. You know, like, oh, my favorite type of food is onion on a piece of bread. And also, if I'm feeling a little crazy, I will go and open up my tin can of fermented fish. That's not allowed for travel. It's not safe for travel because it's basically a biohazard. It's like, why are you eating like this? You know what I mean? You don't have to eat salted, fermented fish any longer. We're in 2026. You don't got a fucking Taco Bell? What the fuck are you doing? Get a Taco Bell. Open up a Taco Bell. I feel like if they opened up Taco Bells in these countries that I call broadly Scandinavian, Nordic countries, it probably would kill half the population, honestly, because they would be like, what are these flavors? I've never had one. What is this flavor? This is not like my regular meal of one slice of toast. And also, sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, fermented fish. No, it would kill them, like introducing a new germ to the Indians. Yeah. But yeah, all these countries, from my perspective as a stupid American, and I recognize it. Like I'm not intelligent. I'm an American, okay? And I think that's just how it goes, right? When you're an American, you're kind of dumb, and it is what it is. You just are not supposed to understand geography. Oh, Greenland and Iceland also obviously a part of this equation as well. They also are like kind of Scandinavian, Nordic, like it doesn't, like they're all the same. Like it's all Viking countries to a certain degree, to varying degrees. And the more you move away from the heart of like Viking country, which is obviously this area right here, the more you move away from that, the more like Slavic you become, the more Eastern European you become. Like I know while I was having this conversation, there was probably like the 8 Estonians that are in the chat that are like really excited. Right? Because they were thinking, oh, now is our time. Like, will he say we're a part of it? No. If you're Estonian, you're not a part of this equation. You are Eastern European. Okay? I know that there was like Latvians, maybe some Estonians that were like, will he say we're also part of this like Northern Scandinavian equation? We're kind of like that, right? We're Estonia. We have internet. We have... We do vote by internet. I mean, think about how cool that is. High-speed broadband, Estonia, 56% women in the country. It's fantastic, right? Come on, it's not like the rest of those nasty Rest of those nasty Eastern European countries, we're different. It's like, no, you're Eastern European. Enjoy your fucking sexy women. That's, majority women country. Enjoy your country with high-speed broadband. But, from a dumb American's perspective, it still doesn't, change anything for me. More internet than Poland is true. EU persona non grata visa status now. Oh my God, they have a Reddit. Look. This is, why isn't Estonia considered a Nordic country? They have strong ties to Finland. They also follow the Nordic model. And besides, Estonia has nothing to do with the other Baltic countries. I fucking knew it. Hasan's entire take on the Nordo zone. Bad food, hot women. I mean, some of the coolest people too. I feel like this entire zone is comprised of people who like to go to raves and have like unbelievably woke opinions on a litany of issues, and then like straight up the worst kind of foreign policy you've ever seen or heard, because they're just like terrified of the USSR. Obviously, this is mostly Finnish people that I'm talking about. Like, they'll just be like, I'm actually a real communist. I'm a communist. I love communism, except I will fight to death to oppose the Russian Federation because they want to do the USSR again, and that means they're going to come and invade. So I've been training in the woods to make sure that I have my winter fighting gear. I'm training in the woods to make sure that we can fight back against the Russian incursion. Cucumber Femme. Have you ever been to Estonia? It's extremely nice. Can you please move on from cringe European takes and talk about important stuff? No. Yeah. American defaultism is so funny. Yeah, no, I'm just giving you my unvarnished, very stupid American take here, okay? That's just what it is. And obviously, as an American, my word is basically the new rules. Okay, that's how it goes. Sorry, we are stupid. We're dumb, and we spend a good deal of money on our military. Which means when we have dumbass opinions, you have to live with that dumbass opinion. Okay, silence. Euroid, an American is talking. An Amerifat is talking. Okay. Nice clip-on tie, chuddy, chud maxer. It's not chud maxing to have a fucking clip-on tie, okay? Anyway. You're literally Turkish. You can't even get into Europe. That's true. That is also true. I am, but I was talking like an Amerifat right now. Okay? I was talking like an Amerifat. It's true, though. My family called me a Russian lover after I said I'm a socialist. Yeah. Estonia is funny. They have one piano manufacturer, and it's called Estonia Law. How do you even know about Estonian leftist tropes? I'm online a lot. Also, I got a doctorate in racism, and a big part of that. A lot of people think when you get a doctorate in racism, okay, when you're Dr. Jihad, when you get a PhD in racism, that it just means that you know how to be racist to non-white groups. But like, are you actually brave enough to figure out how to be racist to white people? As a PhD, my racism PhD knows no bounds. Like, there's definitely a good deal of like anti-white racism that I've also learned as well. I'm a learned racist. Like don't even get me started on the Balkans. Right? Because when we get down to the Balkans, I mean, those guys are basically like, that's the OG, right? Like that is the most advanced version. The Balkans are basically like the The Balkans are basically the India of being racist to dudes that live in the same exact neighborhood and look the exact same and sound the exact same and eat the same exact food. You know how like in India there are so many different racism variants where you're like, what the fuck is going on? That's the Balkans. The Balkans are the white guy version of that. Anyway. Why is India always catching strays? I mean, we're talking about racism. You think India doesn't get a mention? I mean, what are you talking about? You got to give a shout out to the OGs, you know what I mean? Like they're cooking up new methods or when I say I dusted the tomes for the oldest versions of racism, that's what I'm talking about.